Alvarez hasn't put a ball in play. He has struck out and reached twice on walks. One and one.
Yeah, I think that's not going to be an unusual result for Pedro Alvarez in his career. What we've seen of him this season and last year, it seems to be one of those Adam Dunn type players, although he doesn't walk nearly as much as Adam Dunn, but he does strike out a bunch and he does hit home runs. And I'm sure the Pirates would like to think with more experience and seeing the pitchers in the National League, he will walk more.
1, 2, 3. Good job by Manny Corpus. 2 2/3. And no runs allowed tonight. Even gotten it back.
Get big savings at Menards.
With an 11% rebate on everything in the store.
You can't afford to miss this sale.
Save 11% on lumber.
Save 11% on plumbing.
Save 11% on electrical.
Get an 11% rebate on doors.
And so much more.
The more you buy,
the more you save.
Choose from a variety of Crestline and Peachtree special order windows and patio doors, all 10% off. Plus, get an additional 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
I gladly referred some of my friends to DirecTV, and now I get $40 a month off my bill. If I'm happy with something, I'm going to tell my friends about it. You know, I've referred people to my mechanic, but he's never given me a free oil change. But with DirecTV, when I refer somebody, I get a discount, and I think that says something about them.
For every friend you refer to DirecTV, you'll get $10 off your bill every month, and so will they. Refer more friends, save more money. Just give them your account number before they call.
I referred 4 of my neighbors to DirecTV, and now I get $40 off my bill every month. But the real reason I did it was that stupid cable van. It seemed like every week there it was, ripping out this, tearing up this. I mean, it was always something. DirecTV is reliable, and you get the best channels.
For every friend you refer to DirecTV, you'll get $10 off your bill every month, and so will they. Refer more friends, save more money. Just give them your account number before they call.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with this Sportsnet Central update. Bulls have found the veteran backup point guard they've been looking for. Three-time Slam Dunk champion Nate Robinson will sign with the team, according to CSN Chicago.com's Agri Sam. And coming up tonight at 10, our Jim Miller goes one-on-one with Jay Cutler on Sportsnet Central. Also, the Cubs appear to be making moves tonight. Various reports say Paul Maholm, Reed Johnson could be on the move to the Atlanta Braves, and Giovanni Soto to the Texas Rangers for a minor league AA pitcher. More on the post-game show now. Back to the ballpark with Len and Bob.
All right, Cap. Yeah, busy night on the eve of the trade deadline. Harrison goes from second to third. Drew Sutton, trust us, he's there behind Dave McKay, playing second, and Jared Hughes is the pitcher. And a swing and a miss by Rizzo. Outside, 2-1. Rizzo with a home run in the 5th, a 3-run blast. Through a little slump and really has busted out of it. He's now hit 4 home runs over his last 5 games. And has knocked in 10.
Hey, Hughes, the kind of guy tough to get elevation, throws that heavy power sinker in the low to mid 90s. But we've seen Rizzo go deep to the opposite field.
Leadoff walk. Here's Tony Campana for the first time. Left-hander Scott Main getting ready for a possible appearance in the ninth. Well, great job, Manny Corpus. 2 2/3, 1 hit. Bailed out Jeff Beliveau in the 6th.
Longest outing of the year for Manny Corpus. He had gone 2 innings 3 other times this season, but came in to get that big double play and snuff out a Pirate rally, and then 2 strong innings after that.
Chopper to short. The flip to second. That's the only play Barmas had with the way Campana runs.
Coming up after the game, CSN's Jim Miller sits down with Bears quarterback Jay Cutler to discuss his health, his offseason acquisitions, and the upcoming season. All that and more on GMC Sportsnet Central tonight after postgame live only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend.
Pitch to Baker. Big cut and a miss. One and 2 the count. Normally Campana would be thinking about stealing a base, but not up 10 runs in the 8th inning. And in fact, he could go there, but I think he saw the ball at first behind McHenry, and then at that point he just don't want to rub it in.
I think you're absolutely right. Initially, Tony was screened as that ball trickled behind the umpire and the catcher. And when he does see it's right there on the grass, he decides just to hang on there at first base with 1 out of the inning. Let Jeff Baker swing the bat.
Five, 4, double clutch, and Baker's safe. Bruce Sutton couldn't get rid of it. Campana was right on top of him.
Could have done a lot more damage in a closer ball game, perhaps with a runner at third base. You'd like to flip that second baseman completely off his feet to make sure he doesn't complete the double play, but Tony just went straight into the bag. That in itself was enough of a distraction that Sutton couldn't get the ball out of his glove.
Clevenger 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Cubs with a season high in runs with 14. Scored the most runs in an inning. Previous high was 6, which they did twice. A 9-run 5th in this one. Fouled right at the plate. Final in Atlanta, 8-2, the Braves over the Marlins tonight. Jason Hayward with a home run. He scored 3 times. And the Braves finally won on Monday. They had lost 16 in a row on Monday, including 0-12 to start this year. I'm not going to quote the Carpenters again. As Clevenger singles into left. Got trouble on my radio show for doing that.
Who does that song, I Don't Like Mondays? Bob Geldof? Somebody has a song.
Boomtown Rats?
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
Yeah. All right, that's hip enough, apparently, from us to mention. That's only 30 years ago or whatever.
That's why I was so shocked earlier when I saw that Dave Kaplan was going to have Lupe Fiasco on his show. I think Cappy stopped listening to music after Billy Joel got married for the first time. You know, that was it. That's the end of music as he knows it.
He once said to me, I know you're into music. What should I be listening to? He was a blank slate.
So where'd you send him?
I don't remember. Everybody I mentioned, he looked at me and said, nope, no idea who you're talking about.
No.
Said, you know, Elvis, the Beatles. Nope. I'm kidding, Cap.
Cap's too busy digging up nuggets.
Looks like there's a lot to dig up tonight.
Yes, indeed. He's going to be busy tonight.
Darwin Barney with a homer, a single, and a triple. Cubs have made the Pirates pitchers work for every out tonight. They got 9 runs off the starter Eric Bedard. That tied his career high in just 4 1/3 innings. Tell you what, Bob, Cubs with 14 hits tonight. I'm calling for the cycle here.
Why not?
It's one of, you know, it just feels like everything's going their way offensively. Cubs haven't had a cycle in 19 years. Mark Grace back in 1993. Darwin's a good 2-strike hitter. He had a 3-run homer to give the Cubs the lead in the 4th. Plated a run with a single in the 5th. Tripled in the 7th. Low 2-2. You think he'll take?
Oh, no.
If it's a ball?
No, no, no.
I don't either. I think he's hacking away here on 3-2. Crowd tonight 33,337. Another 3-2 pitch. Ooh, took that one for a called strike 3. We'll go to the 9th. Cubs lead by 10.
We have more than 3,000 daily flights on Southwest Airlines, and that gives our customers thousands of options to fly. Where they want, when they want. Now is the perfect time to fly to our sunny Florida destinations. Visit Florida from Midway, starting at $129 one way. Book all of our destinations online, only at southwest.com.
I look good, I look good, I look exactly the way you wish you could. I look good, I look good, come on. Right, come on. I look good,
Cheering sure works up a thirst. Right now at Burger King, get 1 of 5 commemorative USA basketball cups free when you buy any large fountain drink. Only at Burger King.
It's a golden opportunity to experience the Lexus Performance line, including the GS and IS. Because control is the ultimate expression of power. During the Golden Opportunity Sales Event, get great values on some of our newest models. Lease the all-wheel drive 2012 IS 250 for these terms, and we'll make your first month's payment compliments of Lexus. See your Lexus dealer.
Cubs fans, get ready for an exciting finish. Brought to you by New Finish Car Polish and the #1 rated scratch remover, Scratch Doctor.
Well, the 5th inning tonight was the inning everybody's talking about. The Cubs scored a season-high 9 runs in that 5th inning. Anthony Rizzo with a 3-run homer. Starlin Castro, 2-run blast. He had a proposal on the scoreboard. She was out getting beverages, so he had to propose a little later in person. We got hugs in the dugout. Reed Johnson, Giovanni Soto. All kinds of internet speculation that they've been traded. And here we are in the 9th, 14-4. The Cubs with the lead, and it's Scott Main on to try to get the final 3.
Bring it on home. Scott Main, big-time strikeout pitcher so far this season. Occasionally will lose the zone. He's walked 10 batters this year, but no reason to walk anybody right here in the 9th. Go right at him.
Michael McHenry, catcher. Ball 1 inside. If everything that's been reported has happened, the Cubs will say goodbye to some veterans and they'll welcome in some other players, possibly young guys from their own minor league system. The one thing you can count on in this game of baseball is that nothing stays the same for long, and that includes the 25-man roster. And what it also means is that if you are a veteran in that clubhouse and you have been traded, there's about a 99% chance you've been traded to a team that's in the playoff hunt.
It's always bittersweet. Obviously, you've made a lot of friends. It's hard not to love the city of Chicago and playing at Wrigley Field every day, but an exciting opportunity to perhaps get involved in a pennant race and make a difference for your new team.
3-2. Fly ball to right field. Jeff Baker has had to read his name in trade rumor circles as well. One away. Saturday, David DeJesus and the Cubs take the action to L.A. for a showdown with Matt Kemp and the Dodgers. Our coverage starts at 7:30 with Subaru Cubs pregame live. Cubs and Dodgers Saturday night at 7:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. Barmes pops up. Anthony Rizzo, you might have been able to hear him saying, I got it, I got it, I got it on our field microphones. 2 outs. And it'll be the second baseman, Drew Sutton. Stay tuned for post-game live. Sportsnet Central will have all the latest post-game reaction and more.
Well, we don't know if the Cubs are done dealing yet, Len, but be quite an adjustment for the young players who have gone through this process at the trade deadline for the first time and have seen some of their veteran teammates shipped off to other ball clubs. That can be a little startling for a young player when you're used to playing with the same group of guys for pretty much an entire season. You move up together with those guys. Anthony Rizzo, of course, has been traded a couple of times already in his young career, but for a lot of guys, this is their first experience of a trade deadline.
Swing and a miss. Cubs win. This game was in doubt for about 4 innings, and then the Cubs scored 9 in the 5th. Barney gets the game-winning RBI on the home run in the 4th. But 9 runs in that 5th inning. And the game was pretty much over at that point as they hand the Pirates their 3rd loss in the last 4 games these two teams have played. Our GMC player of the game, Starlin Castro. He got it going in the 1st inning with an RBI double into the corner. He would reach base 4 times tonight.
Had a real nice night defensively as well. Was on top of his game all the way around. Fun to watch when things are working well. Starlin Castro, nice diving stop up the middle right there. Nice decoy at second base to help the Cubs turn a double play on a fly ball to center field.
Well, they just beat the Cardinals 2 of 3 after winning 2 of 3 in Pittsburgh, and they pound the Pirates tonight 14-4. Luke Stuckmeyer standing by with our honorable mention for player of the game. It's Darwin Barney. Go ahead, Luke.
Thank you, Len. Darwin, that's 5 home runs on the season. You really got all of that one. What was that pitch? Looked like he caught up to a fastball.
Yeah, it was a fastball in. You know, I'm looking for something to drive. You know, unfortunately, I botched up a double play ball, and you know, for a guy like that, you want to get him out of that inning. So I was happy to come back and get him a few runs, and you know, it felt good.
You know, this team's played pretty good baseball considering there could be a lot of distractions over the last month or so. Is it nice to have a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it was probably the most distracted game of all, with things going down and guys getting pulled, you know, the deadline being tomorrow. So it made it more relaxing, you know, us having a win like this today. So it was good.
I was going to say, what are the next 24 hours going to be? We saw a lot of guys that are really popular in the clubhouse shaking and saying goodbye during the game. What was that like?
That's hard, you know. A guy like Reed, he's a good friend, and you know, his son's my daughter's best friend. So, you know, stuff like that hits home, but it's part of the game. It's part of the business. You know, you wish them luck, and you try and move on to the next day.
Thank you, and congratulations on a good game.
Thank you.
Glenn will have all the trade information coming up on the postgame show.
Luke, thanks so much. Good work tonight. And for Bob, our producer John Walsh, our director Dave Turner, our associate producer Tamara Anderson, our tech manager Mark Harper, our executive producer Jim Corno Jr., Paula Ostroba, our stage manager in the booth, Luke Stuckmeyer, Len Casper saying so long from Wrigley Field. Final score, Cubs 14, the Pirates 4. We're in L.A. Dodger Stadium, the site, 7:30 for the pregame. Cubs and Dodgers in Game 2 of the upcoming series. In-game scoring provided by ScorePad. You've been watching Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, now part of the NBC Sports Group.
Quite an offensive show at Wrigley Field, but I'm guessing that Theo and Jed, they didn't see one pitch. They were kind of busy.
Yeah, they were on the phone quite a bit. A lot of hugging at Wrigley for a lot of different reasons. We'll get into that in just a
Yeah,
minute.
very strange sight tonight at Wrigley. Pat Boyle, Mark Shanowski here in our Comcast Sportsnet studio. Cubs postgame live is next, so we hope you'll stay up late and join us for Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC.
Well, postgame reaction to tonight's big victory at the friendly confines. Plus, Ryan Dempster talks ahead of tomorrow's trade deadline. Speaking of all the deals, the latest on where Reed Johnson, Paul Maholm, and Giovanni Soto are headed. Plus, we hope to hear from the guys before they exit the Cubs clubhouse.
Meanwhile, the first-place White Sox try to continue their winning ways in Minnesota. A.J. Pierzynski returns to the lineup with a bang tonight at Target Field. And Francisco Liriano looks ahead to his Sox debut tomorrow. Plus, Jim Miller sits down with Bears quarterback Jay Cutler.
So you're saying we got a lot to get to. It's all coming up on Sportsnet Central. But up next, it's David Kaplan and Todd Hollinsworth. Has Holly been traded tonight?
Holly had just been traded.
He's still here. He's still here. Postgame Live is next.
Summer saving at Nissan's a blast. Summer saving, it's ending fast. Summer fun, our model year's done. Oh, Nissan summer saving days.
Right now, get the best deals under the sun, like 0% APR financing on popular models, or lease Rogue, just $209. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Test drive at your local Nissan dealer today.
Summer saving days.
Hey, buddy. Where's your new bike?
Huh?
Your bike.
I traded it?
You traded it. For what? Honey?
Helpful steps for parents can help. Take the first step today at BMO Harris Bank.
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Must be nice, cheering on Team USA from the shallow end. Back in 08, we didn't have these U-verse wireless receivers that let you move the TV around wherever. No siree, Bob.
Who's Bob?
And if you didn't have a TV outlet, well, then you couldn't watch Diddley squat.
You talk a lot.
You have no idea how good you have it.
It's not working.
Ooh.
The wireless receiver, only from AT&T. Get a free wireless receiver with a qualifying U-verse plan. Rethink possible.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Nissan, get to your local Nissan dealer for special offers. Nissan, innovation that excites. Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Menards, save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Midas Total Car Care, Total Customer Care. AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Honda, visit your local Chicagoland Honda dealer for more information on current offers. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Horseshoe Casino.
Rizzo cranks this one out of the deep right center. Out of here. A 3-run homer. 7-2.
And the route was on. Cubs annihilate the Pirates at the confines. 14-14-0. Smokes 4-8-1. Cubs win again at home, playing very good baseball in the month of July. They have other things on their mind tonight. Hello, welcome to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by our friends at Horseshoe Casino, along with traded 8 times Todd Hollinsworth. I'm David Kaplan. All right, I know we covered the games and everybody's excited. Cubs get a big win. But obviously the big news is the trading deadline tomorrow, and Theo and Jed got busy tonight. Looks like 3 Cubs: Reed Johnson, Paul Maholm, Gio Soto, are ex-Cubs.
Well, I mean, it's the kind of the feel going into the game. We had this sense that this was a possibility going into the game tonight, but you saw the hugs in the dugout. You clearly knew things were going on. Reed Johnson, Gio Soto, rumors Paul Maholm, you know, what's going on. Things are there. I told you that's why this is the weirdest day of the year. But you know what? A 14-4 win with the offense coming alive and guys being productive, having huge nights. You know what? When you got to say goodbye to your buddies, it's a good night to do it on.
All right, if you've got a question for the show, we are getting interactive tonight. Susanna Collins is in the Discount Tire Interactive Suite. Susanna, how can viewers get involved with the show?
You can join us at csnchicago.com, or you can tweet us using hashtag Cubs Talk. And no shortage of topics to talk about tonight. In fact, I think at one point almost every player on the roster was trending on Twitter for the Cubs. But most people want to know, what is this team going to look like tomorrow afternoon? Is Theo just getting started? What's going on?
I got to think that this is just the first wave of guys moving out of here. I still tell you, I'd be surprised if Ryan Dempster makes that start tomorrow night. We're hearing a lot of talk tonight that the Texas Rangers, the Toronto Blue Jays, and a couple others looked at the medicals and are okay with Matt Garza. So can they come up to a match on players, I guess, is the big question.
Well, you've got multiple teams involved. And again, if you're assessing your team situation, I'm not talking about the Cubs. I'm talking about teams that are in this thing. If you look at Texas right now, they've got rotational issues right now. Tonight did not go their way. They got torched by the Angels. And clearly they've got some issues that they're going to have to deal with. And it's screaming for a move. So you're starting to hear some of these rumors start to pop up. Cubs are open for business. Yeah, I think there's going to be some more activity tomorrow. This is definitely going to be a different team.
All right, now what we're hearing is Paul Maholm, Reed Johnson to the Atlanta Braves. We are waiting to hear from Dale Swaim, and as soon as he is ready to speak, we will get to him at Wrigley Field, as well as tonight's starting pitcher, Justin Germano. But we are hearing Maholm goes with Reed Johnson to Atlanta. Gio Soto then in a separate deal goes to the Texas Rangers. So you get back in the Atlanta deal. We're waiting on names yet. We're being told it's minor league pitching, and it is not Randall Delgado.
No, not to this point. But again, it's an admission of where your franchise is at, and this is a franchise, and this is why I said much earlier in the year, folks, why you're open for business. You've got to redevelop the system. You've got to find the foundational pieces and build up. Not only do you need foundational pieces in your minor league system, you need a minor league system, and you need some depth, and clearly the Cubs haven't had that. They're in a rebuild. They're trying to get there, and that's why they're so active right now.
And if you're sitting there and you're Paul Maholm and Reed Johnson, yes, you love playing at Wrigley, and you pick the Cubs, but you're now going to a place where you have a chance to get a ring.
Reed finishes it.
I think the joke there we were all throwing around the newsroom was that, Reed, go get yourself a ring. Best of luck to you. You've done everything as a pro here in Chicago, and maybe we'll see you in November when you re-up with the Cubbies, right? It's always a possibility, but certainly a fan favorite, a clubhouse favorite, and has carried himself like a pro throughout his tenure here with the Cubs. I mean, he's been everything. This is the one thing that you're going to miss out on, is where this team goes from here. This team is playing good baseball. They played great baseball in July, and a lot of the credit has to go to guys like Reed Johnson, Alfonso Soriano, Paul Maholm, for that matter, and you know what? They're going to be gone.
Dale Swaim now speaking, brought to you by Xfinity at Wrigley Field.
I mean, it's portended a lot of things. Yeah.
Well, I can't lie to you. It was one of the first time I ever went through that.
Wait, what can you tell us, or anything, or nothing? Dale?
Well, there's nothing. Yeah, I mean, you guys all saw that, but there's nothing, you know, we can comment any further. And you know, tomorrow morning you'll have to, you know, talk to Jed and Theo about the the pending things that are going on.
What have the players been told?
Obviously, you know what they've been told, but there's nothing in ink yet. So that's basically where we are with that.
But you were asked to remove it from the game.
Correct.
And might there be some new faces in the clubhouse tomorrow?
There can be, yeah. There has to be if everything is finalized.
Reports Brett Jackson might be called up. Yes, please comment.
None of the names whatever happens in the next 24 hours is still pending as far as players.
Dale, I guess we could ask this. I mean, how strange was I just wasn't hearing it, just being there in the dugout?
Obviously there's a couple moments there, but it was a nice win, and it was nice that we swung the bats like that, and especially a night, Hermano came out and gave us 5 strong innings, did a great job, kept them off balance in the bullpen. Belleville had a little bit of a hiccup, but Corpus did a great job, and so did Maine, so it really helped out Camp and Russell, who have been throwing a lot, so we stayed away from them, and it was a great game. Barney and Rizzo and Castro, had great games. It was a huge day to have a game like that too.
Dale, is Geronimo kind of getting that stretch out to be a starter?
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's all he was doing in AAA until he got put on waivers, and then he threw, I'm not sure how many pitches, but he threw 5 1/3 innings against the Yankees one night and then got designated. So he's built up. Had a long, the score got out of hand there, and then he did his job tonight. Coming back, hasn't done that in 3 weeks, so he did his job, and it was just time to get him out of there.
Barney.
All right, so there are some of the thoughts from Dale Swaim. Time for our pitching recap. Eric Bedard, a forgettable night, did not throw the ball well at all. While Justin Germano, pretty solid night tonight. Had pretty good heavy sink on his action and threw strikes and stayed out of trouble.
Yeah, he stayed out of the middle of the plate. That's exactly what Justin did. There's a few walks there. He got himself into a little bit of trouble, but made pitches, and that's what you want. Scuffled a little bit second time through the lineup, but again, you got all those runs, and went out there and threw strikes and gave you a chance to win. That's what you were hoping to get from Justin tonight, and he gave you just that. I thought he had a great mix of off-speed pitches. Did a very good job mixing in his slow curveball through that for first pitch strikes tonight. Got his sinker away through the backup curveball, backup slider to the left-handed hitters. Got a couple swing and misses. Solid approach, solid effort, solid ball game.
All right, time now for our Sports Authority play of the game. The same play we ran yesterday. It's Anthony Rizzo playing a little yard ball. Big fella tags this one. Yesterday he went the other way. Today, pulls it.
Jumping all over a fastball from Eric Bedard. Boy, I tell you, the balance, the hands, such a pretty swing. It's a little different with the way he sets himself, but you know what? It's starting to please the eyes, I'll tell you. It was a little something I hadn't seen with again, how low he sets his hands. But I'll tell you what, he gets to the ball, he keeps his weight back, and he turns on 92 from a lefty. Impressive, Anthony Rizzo.
Time for our first break here on Horseshoe Casino Cubs Post-Game Live. The wheeling and dealing has begun for the Cubs. Give us your thoughts. CSN Chicago.